For years, Pokémon has faced a recurring criticism. The series feels stuck in a loop. Even when it experiments with bold ideas, like Black and White's entirely original region or Alola's Island Challenge replacing traditional gyms, these innovations are often quickly abandoned in the next generation. The formula inevitably reasserts itself, leaving many players frustrated. But now, Pokémon appears to be taking some of its most significant steps yet to reinvent the battling experience, signaling a potential shift toward a more competitive, esports-oriented future. While these moves are exciting on paper, the franchise's most persistent problem may remain unsolved. The biggest announcement came from the Pokémon World Championships in Anaheim, California, where Pokémon Champions was revealed as the official competitive format for the 2026 Worlds in San Francisco. Champions, a free-to-start title coming to Nintendo Switch and mobile in 2026, will allow players to use cross-generational mechanics, such as Mega Evolution and Terastallization, within the same battle. For competitive players, this is a game-changer. Historically, each new gimmick forced them to readjust their strategies, and certain Pokémon were only viable because of generation-specific forms. Champions promises to unify these mechanics, opening the door for deeper, more varied battles. In addition, Champions simplifies Pokémon training, allowing players to adjust natures and EVs directly in-game, which has traditionally been one of the most tedious and time-consuming aspects of competitive play. Connecting with Pokémon Home and mobile platforms further lowers the entry barrier for newcomers. This could make Pokémon a genuine contender in the esports world, offering a more accessible, skill-focused experience. Pokémon Legends ZA is also taking a competitive leap with its ZA Battle Club, an online, ranked four-player mode. Here, victory is determined by the number of Pokémon knocked out in a 3-minute match, and players can earn seasonal rewards based on performance. This represents a major shift from previous games, where online battles and raids had little consequence beyond fun. The ranked system encourages strategy, real-time thinking, and regular participation, adding a new layer of engagement for competitive fans. Yet, for all these promising changes, the franchise has not addressed its most fundamental flaw. Competitive play still favors those willing or able to spend money. Accessing top-tier Pokémon, rare items, and optimal training resources often requires purchasing DLC or maintaining a Pokémon Home subscription. Even in Champions, raising and powering up Pokémon costs in-game currency, which could be locked behind microtransactions. Legends ZA offers vague information about rewards, but the possibility remains that exclusive, high-value Pokémon or items could be tied to spending or extreme grinding. This creates a built-in advantage for players with the time or money to optimize their teams, perpetuating a quasi-pay-to-win system. The broader implications are clear. While Pokémon Champions and ZA could revitalize competitive battling, the franchise risks alienating casual fans who enjoy the games for exploration, story, and collection. If the competitive ecosystem becomes the primary focus and is monetized aggressively, it could overshadow the narrative and world-building that have always been central to Pokémon's appeal. Future mainline games might be designed primarily to prepare players for competitive formats rather than deliver fully fleshed-out solo adventures. That said, there is potential for balance. If Champions format becomes standard, mainline games might adopt more challenging battles, teaching players advanced strategies without forcing them into online competition. Gym leaders, Elite Four members, and in-game rivals could use EV-optimized Pokémon and held items, offering a training ground for the competitive scene while still maintaining a story-driven experience. Likewise, ZA could expand into other games, creating a parallel competitive layer without compromising the core single-player experience. Pokémon as a franchise is larger than ever, and the company's commitment to events like Pokémon's Alongside Worlds indicates a focus on community and fan engagement. These changes could foster a thriving competitive ecosystem and deepen player connections worldwide. Yet, unless Game Freak and Nintendo address the monetization barrier, casual players may feel sidelined, and the series risks becoming a time-consuming grind for those chasing competitive dominance. Pokémon's new direction is bold, and the changes to battling are exciting, But whether it truly revitalizes the franchise without repeating past mistakes remains uncertain.